Hello, welcome to the CampusMetrics School User Training from Campus Logic. My name is James Elphick, and I'm a manager of customer success here at Campus Logic, and I'll be your trainer for today. Our agenda for today on this webinar will be a brief introduction of CampusMetrics. We will go over Platform Manager, how to do user setup and management in there. We will look at the galleries and insight categories for CampusMetrics. We'll go over the quick query function within CampusMetrics. We'll look at how you can adjust settings in the CampusMetrics product, and we will wrap up with some resources and support. So what is CampusMetrics? We like to call it business intelligence as a service. So what that means is that CampusMetrics takes your data and provides you with answers to questions you have, and maybe even some you haven't even thought to ask yet. It provides you visualizations of your data, which we've dubbed insights. It gives you the tools to take your data and dig deeper into it without the assistance of outside help. The goal of CampusMetrics is to be as simple and informative as possible. The insight libraries that are available in CampusMetrics are for all Campus Logic products, so that includes student forms. We have both ICER and operational insights, award letter, clear cost, as well as Scholarship Universe. What is Platform Manager? Platform management is a tool to manage user accounts, roles, and settings across all Campus Logic applications. For CampusMetrics, we have 3 user permission levels: the admin, who can manage users, view all insights, run quick query, and import ICERs; a user role, which can view all insights, run quick query, and import ICERs; and then a viewer role, which can view all insights. With that, let's get into the CampusMetrics product and do a little bit of a demo. So to get to CampusMetrics, there are 2 ways to go about that. You can go to the CampusMetrics URL, which will be your school's URL.campusmetrics.com. Or if you have other Campus Logic products that are on the platform, you should see this app switcher button right here next to your name in the top right of your screen. You can click on that and you'll be able to navigate to CampusMetrics. So again, in doing so, it takes you right to CampusMetrics, and then you can also switch back if you so choose, and you're back to where you started. Your name has a drop-down menu if you're an admin, and you will have access to Platform Manager from any product that is on the platform. So you can click into Platform Manager, and you will land on this general page here where you'll see employee management, employee roles, search user, and contact information. We'll go in here to employee management, and you can see all the users that have roles associated with products in Campus Logic, on Campus Logic's Platform Manager. If we go ahead, and you can see if they're active here, and then this little gear right here provides you an opportunity to see into their roles. So this particular user has admin access to CampusMetrics already. They have platform management, admin access, and then access into student forms as well. You can follow the breadcrumbs back to general. We can go back into employee management. Let's go ahead and look at this user here. So this is one, we can add a role. You can see the 3 different roles here. So we'll give this user admin access in CampusMetrics. We click save, and it returns us to this screen. So it's as easy as that to add access to a product. If we go back to general, you can also look through employee roles. So again, brings you to this screen. You can view by user, application, or role. And you can select a school user either from the drop-down, or You can type and it will bring up people's names. So you could click onto them and see the roles and permissions that that user has as well. In order to navigate back to the product you wish you came from, simply click return on the left-hand side here. This returns us to our student forms environment, and we can use our app switcher to go back to CampusMetrics. When coming into CampusMetrics, you'll land on your dashboard, which is called My Insights, and this is where you can save and favorite insights, something we'll talk about a little bit later on how to add the insights you wish here. You'll notice that each of these has actual data in the insight, so these you can click into them to expand to get a better view, but this is not placeholder data or anything. This is actual data that you can see right there. Going down the left-hand side, we also have ICER Insights. So this gives real-time visualization to users on the school ICERs that are in the system. So this is available to all CampusMetrics users, even those who do not have the Student Forms product. So we'll show you a little bit later how users and admins can import ICERs into CampusMetrics for you to get this data. Any ICERs that are loaded into Student Forms will be automatically aggregated for the ICER Insights, and there is 3 insights under Pell information, which estimate Pell eligibility and is tied to a cost of attendance that you can enter and modify in settings that we will get to a little bit later as well. Moving down the left-hand side here, we also have our operational insights, and this is tied to staff and student usage of the Student Forms product and shows things like processing times and other valuable insights into student forms. We also have award letter insights. There's a number of different metrics in here, such as volumes, open rates, and average times that award letters are viewed. We also have metrics for our clear cost product. There's a wide variety of usage, completion, and demographic insights about the clear cost NPC users. We have our quick query, which we'll go over a little bit later. This allows users and admins to run and save queries based on the imported ICER data. So queries will return student level results, which can be exported for further analysis in Excel. And then finally, we have settings. And so this allows your school users or admins to adjust the cost of attendance figures, as well as a few other pieces that we will cover in greater detail. The final piece of information we have here on this is the search bar up here at the top. And this allows you to search for specific dashboards and insights based on keywords and other search terms. Okay then, so the next thing we want to do is show a few examples of the insights and how you can interact with those insights, favorite them, modify filters, and drill down to see more information. So we're going to go here to ICER Insights, click on Verification, and you can see here we have 3 different insights related to verification. The stars at the bottom are ratings given by users, and these are global ratings. So all users across all CampusMetrics platforms inspire these ratings. The same goes for the views. These are global views, how many times that this insight has been viewed by all users within the CampusMetrics platform. At the top, you'll see that besides the name, there's a heart. This heart is not filled in right here. So that one is, you'll see it says add to dashboard. This one has already been added to our dashboard, so clicking that would remove it from the dashboard. We'll go back to ICER Insights, and then we'll click the All tile. And so this way you can see all of the insights that are available under ICER Insights. They're not broken down by group. You can go by page to page. You can see which page you're on based on the circles here at the bottom. You can also use this here at the top to filter by newest to oldest, most viewed, highest rated, or you can simply go with alphabetical order. So we'll do that. Going to then return to my insights briefly. And I'm going to open this student selected for verification insight. All right, so from here you can see into the insight now. This is a simple bar graph, but here on the right-hand side, we have a couple things that you can do. So we can click Show Filters, and this expand this out. So we can modify things based on dependency status or the award year if we would like to alter those. We also have drill through, which if you wanted to add additional fields could be potentially added there. Within the metric itself, you can hover over the bar and it will give you a little more information. So this tells you the award year, the verification status, and the total. If you click on it, it highlights just that piece. And then if you right click, you can see records. So this is going to show you all the information that is in that bar for that particular piece. You can also show the data, and it will show you a little bit of a different breakdown here. All right. And then if you come down here to the bottom of this chart, you can see again the views, but this time it has a drop-down option. So you can see all views, your school views, and your views on this as well. And then the stars also has a drop-down and a number, so you can see how many users have given this a rating and what kind of ratings. You'll also see similar charts that are available based on the chart you are currently in. Now let's take a look at a different insight. So here is an insight called Task Status Breakdown that I've also favorited from my dashboard. So you can click here to open that up. You'll notice here at the top of these insights that there's a brief description telling you what is going on with this insight. You'll also see here on the right-hand side that this insight has much more information about what is being presented in this insight. Again, so you can click on the green piece to show just the task for that right side. Or the left side, you'll see over here on the right-hand side how this changed. Same with if we click over to this side. Again, this also has the C records available so that you can see into the information based on at a more of a student level. We can go back to our report. Whoops. Let's go back to C records for a moment. You'll see here there's an ellipse. You can click that and that allows you to export this data or allows you to sort, gives you some sort options for the data that you have in this insight. All right, for our next insight, I'm going to click here into Operational Insights, FAO Performance, and then I'm looking for overall cycle time for review. So I'll click in here. Again, we have our brief summary of what is being presented in this insight. This insight is a chart from student forums that shows how long school users are taking to complete file review, which means either rejecting a document or completing file review, and it goes for the last 6 months. So you can see that our test data shows that our file review is taking less time than the average time across all schools on our network. So in the top right, you have that average across all schools, and we can see our average numbers here, a matter of hours, except for in July, we were at 4 days of processing time. This insight can help schools see processing backlogs and can compare their performance in reviewing files versus other schools for different time periods. This insight also has drill down capability. So there's 2 ways you can drill down. You can right click and you'll see drill down. So by doing that, it drills down to just this level. You can see that for the month, that's the day of the month and the average number of days. Then you can also right click and drill up. The drill down ability is also available right here on the top right. So that will drill down. And then we can also drill down on the top left, which is going to break it down another level for us. And then we can also drill back up. You also have hierarchy options here. So by clicking this, we can see all the different days that have and the times on each of those days. And then you can use the drill up function to go back up. And again, on this one, you have the time over here in the display for the time frame shown from July 26th to January 10th. All right, now the final piece we wanted to go over here is quick query. So when you click into quick query from the left-hand side here, it takes you to the screen and you'll have 2 options, saved queries and new queries. Saved queries are simply queries that you've run that you want to be able to use again in the future, and they'll be right here and available for others to use. New queries is where you go to create those queries for the first time. So we'll go in here. And you'll see at the top we have 2 options here. We have query and results. Currently results is blank because we have not run a query. Here on your left-hand side, you have your setup, and then you have your filter setup on the right-hand side. So we have 3 fields by default: the transaction number, student's first name, and student's last name. And again, this is all based off of ICER data. We have a specific award year here, 1920. You can set it to all ICER sections, or you can simply select a specific ICER section. You then have a drop-down menu for all of the fields, or if you wish, you can click here on this magnifying glass, and that will allow you to search by fields. So I want to show you a quick example with a use case. So say you have a large backlog of students pending file review and student forms, and you want to identify those students who are selected for verification, but whose parents use the IRS DRT. You want to identify those students so your team can prioritize them in file review because they generally go faster since all that needs to be reviewed is the household form. So to get started, let's click our magnifying glass here and we'll type selected, and you'll see it populates the result. Student is selected for verification. add that field that now is here under our other fields. And let's type IRS. And here you'll see that we have multiple different options. More than one field has shown up here. So what we want to do is we want to click parent IRS request flag and student IRS request flag, and we'll add those fields. So as you can see there, you can add more than one field at a time. So then we're going to go over here and we want to start adding our filters. So the first one we'll do is student is selected for verification. We'll choose equals, which is the default. But there are also greater than, in, less than, or not equal if you would like. And then the answer we need is Y. So that gives us our first filter. We now want to add another filter. So this time we will select the parent IRS request flag. Again, we'll leave it as equals, and this time we'll type O2. Add another filter, student IRS flag. Also O2. It's important to add filters to get the results down to at least 5,000 or fewer, because that is the cutoff for the number of students we'll allow in a query. Otherwise, it will time out and will not run. So by doing this, we should generate results that are sufficient for our query. And as you can see, this returned 6 students for us. It automatically took us here to the results tab. And from here, if we want, we can export this file into an Excel CSV, or we can save the file. We give it a name. And description. We have different folders, my queries or shared queries. So if we want other users to be able to get this, we'll select save or shared queries, click save. And it should now be in the list of queries. All right, now that we've gone over all of the data functionality and how to use that in CampusMetrics, let's come over here on the left-hand side again to settings. And it's going to take you to this page right here. So what we want to do is click on CampusMetrics settings. And this is going to show us the cost of attendance for our students. And the purpose of being able to set the cost of attendance for each aid year is for the 3 insights which provide estimates of Pell eligibility, and they use the Pell table, so the cost of attendance should be listed to properly estimate those values for you. Follow the breadcrumbs back to settings. You'll also see ICER import. For schools using student forms, the ICERs that you've imported into student forms will automatically populate here. However, if you are not using student forms, or if you want to add historical data that would not be in your student forms environment, this is where you would do that. And by doing so and importing ICERs into CampusMetrics, that will give you the ability to utilize the ICER Insights group here. And so you can see the list, shows all the ICERs, the dates, number of ICERs, and all that information. You can also choose how many you want to see per page and go page by page. With that, we are done with our CampusMetrics training. We have a CampusMetrics tips and resources link, which we will be providing to you, as well as the ICER EDE technical reference guide. This can be especially helpful when using the quick query function, so you know how to properly filter those fields. If you're a user with customer support administrator role, you can submit support tickets for the application. You can also provide us feedback by using the feedback button on the insights in CampusMetrics. That will go directly to us and we will handle that. If you have any support tickets, they can be submitted at support@campuslogic.com or by calling us at the number listed here. And if you have any further questions about specific insights or usage, please contact your customer success manager. Thank you.